welcome to your favorite place, ComfortTV.channel, where you get all facets of entertainment and information. This is Political Hour. My name is Faith Gavin. As always, at Political Hour, we like to bring up interesting discussion as regards politics and especially what is happening in the political scene here in Nigeria and even around the world. Today on Political Hour, we'll be focusing on Abia State. And I have here with me to discuss Miss Chinwe Ugile right here.
Mrs. actually.
Yeah, Mrs.
Mrs. Chinwe Ugile.
Mrs. Chinwe Ugile, you're welcome to Political Hour and welcome to ComfortTV.channel.
Thank you very much.
Yes, as I said earlier, we're going to be discussing something very important as regards what's happening in the political scene, political atmosphere right here in Abia State. Of course, since the onset of the administration of Governor Alex OTTI, Abia State and its populace have experienced immense change compared to what they have experienced in the previous administration. Not my words in particular, but from the happenings we can see around us, people can see change, people can see work ongoing. Every other day projects are being, inaugurated, and also the federal scene is not left out of the scene. Of course, we have President Tinubu coming in once in a while or sending representatives, to come do some work here as well. We can also see that play out in the recent opening of the Okpara building right at the government house. But as a follow-up to that event, we had reasons to be concerned when Deputy Speaker Benjamin Kalu put out some statements which had shaken up the political atmosphere right here in Abia State. I'm going to start off with a background of the rift. There's said to be a rift between the governor of Abia State and Deputy Speaker Benjamin Kalu. Of course, when OTTI assumed office in the year 2023, Kalu actually publicly offered support despite being from a different party. He praised certain moves by Governor OTTI and even talked about recovering dignity for the Abia people. At times, the two have been on cordial terms. Of course, if you go to the internet, you have pictures of them having handshakes, But and OTTI on his own part has acknowledged and praised the developmental template of past Abia governors, notably the likes of Orji Uzor Kalu. And he says these are foundation of his own policies. Okay, but now Kalu has repeatedly accused the OTTI government of underperforming, despite receiving increased federal allocation. In his recent statement, he claimed that Abia State now receives 38 to 40 billion naira monthly from the Federation account, compared with about 4 billion during the administration of Governors Theodore Orji and Okezie Ikpeazu. So this is shaking up the polity. Of course, the governor has responded in his own ways, but Mrs. Chinwe, what can you make of this political situation in its entirety?
No, it's not a strange happening. And this wouldn't be the first time someone who's perceived to be from the same state with a governor will be disagreeing. Everything that is happening is just politics. Personally, I do not see any serious issue here. It's just about interest. Since the comments by the Deputy Speaker, I don't know if I've read anything less than 100 write-ups on it, and then those for and those against, all from Abia State. And then that leaves you to wonder if people actually understand this game politics, because the truth of the matter is that it's just about both of them. What is happening is not about the citizens or the people of Abia State. It's just about the two of them. And I say so because Ben Kalu is from an opposition party in the state here.
Definitely.
And the governor, being the governor, had before now, we knew he was in a good relationship with the deputy speaker. The governor had even organized a homecoming, like a reception for the deputy speaker. I was there myself. And a couple of times he had visited the governor at his residence. We didn't know the reason or the import of that visit because they were private visits. But then you'll also understand that it couldn't have been anything more than politics. There's a possibility that the deputy speaker might have tried to woo him to his party. There's also a possibility that the governor might have rejected. I'm just saying what I felt might have
like
transpired.
A conflict of interest.
You understand? So, and at a time like this, what the deputy speaker is trying to do is to give his own party a chance in the state. Because if he goes all out to keep supporting us, that means anybody coming out to contest on the platform of his own political party does not stand any chance, because already all of them have agreed that the governor has done everything and has done well. So he has to give his party a chance in the state. And that is just what he has shown. I'm not sure that he's completely unsatisfied with
what the governor is doing.
But then he has to give his party a chance. That's why I said this is politics.
So he felt compelled to discredit what the present administration is doing just to give his own party a chance.
I wouldn't call that discredit. What I would say is that because what he said, using his own choice of words, he said, we need more.
Okay.
We need more. He didn't say the governor hadn't done anything.
Enough,
he only said that what he saw on ground is not a reflection of the sums that the state had received. You understand? So he said we need more. So, and I'm also asking myself as a citizen, I'm not talking as a journalist, as a citizen, did Ben Kalu actually say the correct thing by saying we need more?
Yes, I was coming to that because I wanted us to move from the fact that, yes, this could be a political, gimmick and it could be just about them. But I want us to weigh his words. I want us to really look at his words. He said, this amount is more than what was received in the previous administration. And we cannot be singing the praises of a man when he's literally doing almost what the previous persons did, when he's receiving more. And then we look at the economic side. Those sums are not of the same value as they were. And there was this mathematical calculation they did. They said that the sums he's even calling doesn't add up. So what are we looking at here? Are we looking at the fact that, yes, it looks like he's receiving more, but economically, based on monetary values, it might be less?
Well, I'm not a mathematician, but at least I understand 1 + 1, all those simple arithmetics that you can put. And everybody understands that the economy isn't what it used to be.
Yes.
Even at that time, those people were also complaining that it was not also what it used to be. So every government will also always have a reason to complain. But the bottom line here is that because Ben Kalu also moved a step forward to say, to compare Abia State with another state that is of the same, that the government is of the same age. He said Enugu State. So now, I thought that what all of us should be doing is to ask ourselves what is actually happening in Enugu State. Are there, extraordinary things that have been done there that this government has not done? Remember, this is a government that is just 2 years in power. It came the same time with that of Enugu State government. So if we place them side by side,
what's the level
how can we judge the performance of the Abia State government? So I think that, from my own perspective, that is what Ben was trying to portray, that you've not done enough. You are doing well. The people are saying, okay, you are doing,
but you can do better.
Exactly. So that message could have been taken 2 ways. Like how they are taking it now, angrily, like it was a slight on the government, or it could have been taken in a good light. Okay, I've heard you, but we're just 2 years.
Give us time.
Exactly, and more things are in the pipeline.
Yeah.
In the next
wait until it unfolds.
Yes, in the next
and
1 or 2 years.
I think the tone also. You should check the tone and the way it was put out. It was like, I'm coming at you. That's the way it looked. It didn't look like I am constructively criticizing you. Maybe that's not the way.
So that is where maturity comes in. So if you ask me, between our governor and the deputy speaker, who's older? So and even though in politics you're not talking about age, so he could have handled it even a lot better. You don't even need to what's that word again? You don't need to patronize him with response. If I were them, I would have just allowed him, because that response made him repeat it again as of
I think the part
on Sunday.
Said that he needs to be schooled
as of Sunday, because where I pick a hole in Ben's comments, where he said that the president needed to be appreciated
and acknowledged
for releasing the funds. Now, these are statutory funds. Every state gets. So it's not a question of whether the president likes you or not, or whether you're doing anything extraordinary for him or not. Is a matter of duty and responsibility for the president or for the federal government to release these funds to the state. So, there shouldn't be any
special acknowledgement from a particular state. It's not like we're receiving extra.
Exactly. So that should not even come into the picture. But like I said, these are all politics. So they're all looking for a way to lash out at each other. You hear more now. They're just starting.
All right. In a clash of interest, of course, you would not blame the people of Abia State, who, yes, despite the fact that the Deputy Speaker has mentioned past governors, we know or we've seen, especially for those who live within the state, that they've been a kind of a gap when it comes to infrastructural development. And with the onset of the present regime, we've seen, I'm calling it a regime sort of, but with the presence of the government right now, we've seen lots of infrastructural work ongoing simultaneously at the same time across different places. Would you blame the people for saying, hey, take it easy? I mean, we've not even seen this much before, and here you are telling us he needs to do more. Of course he needs to do more, but allow us to bask, allow us to really, really enjoy what we are seeing right now. Don't bash him. Do you think the people are taking such a stand?
If I hadn't been around for a while, I would think that maybe this is the first time that people are reacting like this.
In defense of the governor.
Let me tell you, I'm yet to see one governor that has served this state that did not receive the same energy that this administration is receiving. If you want, I can back it up with video evidences. All these, and I keep saying the people are our problem. We are our own problem.
More like psychopaths.
Yes. So the best thing, why are we too in a haste to applaud governors?
Okay.
The same attitude they gave to Ojizo Kalu, I was here. They gave to T.A. Oji. They gave to Okezi Bazo. Nothing has changed with Alex Oti in terms of the attitude. Now, I bet you that by the time they go into the elections again and the governor comes back for his second tenure, they will turn around against him. That has been the practice, because that's when it would have maybe now dawned on them. We don't know how this one will pan out anyway. I have to be fair. But that has always been the system. So the people will always, applaud you, praise you, you've done everything. Do you know that some of those roads that the governor is reconstructing now were also reconstructed by these other governors? We went for a flag off, we went for commissionings, and the people were hailing and applauding the governors. And at the end of the day, the roads failed again. And they have started with the same. That's why I told somebody, I said, can we all just keep calm and wait? I'm not saying we should.
Faith.
Yes, we shouldn't attack the governor, but we shouldn't also say it's Uhuru. Because for me, it's not here to Uhuru. The people need to learn how to assess governments. Because the problem we have is that a lot of us don't understand how government runs. So the governor builds a road. What differentiates him from the
previous one?
You understand? So
roads.
what is the extraordinary thing you're going to do? Because there are roads, there were roads that were not built by the previous administrations, and you have come now. You have taken 1, 2, 3 of them to build. We have reconstructed them. You have reconstructed them again. Another person will come and still reconstruct. Even the Opera Auditorium was changed during Ibazu's time. You're laughing. Ojiso Kalu remodeled it. TOG remodeled it. Okay, Ibazu did. And now this government has done another one. So tell me, you have to really think of something you would do that nobody has ever done. So when Ben Carlo referred to Enugu, I could relate to so many things. I recently went there because I take care of the Southeast in my work. So I went to Enugu and I saw the bus terminals they are talking about that the president came to commission. It's not one, it's not two. In different strategic locations in Enugu State, you see that ultra-modern bus terminals. And then you could see that the state. So I feel that what this government can do, there's still time. 1.5 years is still there. So I believe that so many things could be in the pipeline and will be seen by the people. Exactly. So that is the response I expect from them. Please. We are a lot of things. They had ordered for mass transit bus. They had not. They are yet to arrive, and everybody's
even the health isolation centers that were being asked for.
So
Amachara Hospital is still under construction. People are asking
the
questions.
People singing the governor's praises so much are not helping him. They're making him relax.
Like you feel like you've done everything.
I've pleased the people, and I tell him that this is politics. The people will always sing your praise, do this, do that. At the end of the day, are you telling me that it is everybody in the state that is satisfied with what the governor is doing?
Not.
So that is where he will have to also look beyond those praises that are in front of him. And even if I were him or his aides, I will concentrate more on those attacking the governor and listen to what they are saying. Even if you want to,
that.
Yes, leverage all those. Leverage even on these deputy speakers' comments.
Yeah, because he's trying to make us see. He's trying to open the eyes of the people. That's where I see this going. Because the people feel like, okay, we've not seen this level of development, or maybe we have, but not at this pace. There's just something that's really getting their fancy. Whatever it is, I don't know what it is, but So he's trying to let them open their eyes to see that. Do you know this is the amount coming in, and do you know more can be done?
Exactly, with the amount of money.
Yes, so I want you people to stop feeling like enough has been done. There's more to be done, and my party, obviously, I guess that's where he puts himself into the picture.
He wants to sell his party.
Definitely, every chance he gets.
So he believes that this is not the best Abia can have. We could get better.
Actually be better than this.
So politicking has already started. So, and I'm also asking Abia people, have you now got everything you need? We can always have better, developments. We can have improved developments. We can get the sitting government to sit up if you think he has not done enough, or you begin to also ask critical questions. These things are not just about, I have done this, I have done that, how much were put to those things, and what are you promising? What the promises you made from your manifesto? How much percentage of that
have you actually carried out?
So that is what the people, because he was given, he was elected for 4 years. And within 4 years, he made promises of what he would do within 4 years, not 8 years old.
No.
So if he comes back for the next 4 years,
it has to be a different plan.
Yes, exactly. You understand? So within the 4 years, all those promises you made, how many of them have you fulfilled? We'll begin to tick out. That is when people...
That's when we can say we're tracking progress.
Exactly.
Anyways, thank you for sticking it out with us. This is Comfort TV, the channel, and we're still on Political Hour with your girl here, Faith Kevin, and I've got Mrs. Chimwe Ugele with us, a public analyst, and we're dissecting issues. I'm going to ask you a question about this Enugu-Abia thing. I still feel like we're not comparing Enugu and Abia on fair grounds. Yes, they might be... same age, That's how old the state is. But if you check with the kind of developments the previous governors have done, the groundwork they've laid before the current administration, I think it helps make the work easier for the new administration to build upon the progress from the past. But we've had, whether we like it or not, Abia State has actually stalled with development. Infrastructure, I mean. A lot of people say that. So you're looking at me like I'm the one saying
no.
But it's the truth. We cannot compare Abia and Enugu when it comes to development, when it comes to infrastructure. So that governor is building on the progress that's already been made before he comes. So you cannot compare him with Enugu, with Abia State.
Okay.
We're building on the progress we have.
Okay. Now, when you judge or when you compare a state with ours, you are going to be looking at the number of years the Governor Peter Mbah came in the same time with Governor Alex OTTI. So what number of years have they? The same number of years.
2 years.
Now, what has Peter Mbah done? Just focus on the ones he has done. And then focus on the ones our governor has done.
That's what I'm saying. They're working on different places.
Listen. Even if they are working on different places, you should be able to know if we have really, really put our money where it is needed.
Okay.
You understand? That's what I'm saying. So it may not begin to look, Enugu State is not even the same age with Abia. Enugu has always been there. After all, it was the capital of the Southeast.
Yeah.
You understand? So Enugu State has always been. But what I'm saying is, if you think of, do you know the number of things? Okay, what did the president commission in Enugu State? See, that's what I'm saying. They are the things he started. This government.
He started it.
He started and completed. He did not. They are not things.
It's not carryover project.
Exactly. So I think that it was based on that. But what I'm saying is that they are not doing competition.
We're not competing.
You understand?
Yeah.
But we, as the people of Abia State, should be able to say, okay, the people are all, I can't even, the way it is right now, you can't even go out there and begin to, tell them, to argue with people about the performance of the governor. You know why? Because for them, because it was like that. I said, God, what is happening? Is this like a vicious circle? I don't want it to be.
We keep going round and round.
You understand? I just hope that we have a shift somehow. So I'm just watching, I'm taking notes, and I just hope it doesn't come to what everybody will now say, oh, we are back to square one. Because there's a lot of expectation on this administration. And I think that should be the reason why, for whatever reason, Governor Alex OTTI should not fail the people.
Wow, I can feel the pressure. I feel the pressure on his behalf. Because on the good side, the deputy speaker has actually opened the eyes of the people. Whether we like it or not, people are beginning to look at some things now and ask some questions that, yes, we actually deserve more. We applaud the government, but we actually are looking at more. If there's a potential or there's a possibility that the people could get more, then definitely more should be. So from what's been said back and forth, what area do you think the government should begin to focus on that the past administration didn't focus on, that would actually make things more glamorous than they already look?
Okay, because the way I judge or I assess the governor is not based on what the previous administration did. I remember I once said it during the governorship debate, and I said, if you eventually emerge as the governor, you're not going to give us the excuse of you met this, you met that. You knew all of this
before vying for the
yes,
seat.
And you have promised to fix them. So we expect to see results. You're not going to be given the excuse of
There was no money in the coffers.
No. What did you do? What did you say when this person was in power? You didn't attack him. Now you're attacking.
Why are you attacking me?
Now we have chosen you to go fix everything. People have voted for you to become.
And you told us you can fix it.
You can do it. So what I expect from the government is to focus on people. He's doing well. He's doing a lot of, in that regard, he's doing a lot of human capital development, sending people to training, the youth. all that.
Employment.
Not just employment, youth engagement for tech development and all that. But you see, the infrastructure aspect, we are still backwards. Whether anybody likes it or not, we are very backwards. Within this Afara that we are in now, Afara is the capital town. Now, I'm not even saying territory. Afara is the seat of power in Abia State. The road leading to this place, is it tarred? Is it even graded? So what I'm saying is the governor should, let's overlook what the others didn't do. He has to, as a matter of priority, develop the capital city. Let him try and fix the roads that are so bad. As I understand, he wanting to expand the already done roads and all that because they give impression when you come into the state, like that Mission Hill and the government house area that has been expanded. But I think he needs to. I don't know how many roads Afara has that are tarred. Go to Osa. All these communities that are within the state. Then are you even talking about, there are so many roads that need attention. So if he can't do everything. No.
I was going to ask that.
He cannot.
I was going to ask.
He cannot, but he can do substantial number of roads.
So you think he should begin to focus on these areas instead of just the really publicized roads? He should begin to focus on.
Because there's something you said. Governor Peter Mba is building on what he inherited. Now, the governor of Abia State, good or bad, also is building on what he inherited. You understand? So you can leverage that to expand, to do a lot more. Everybody cannot be on the same page with you. When people say you didn't do this or you need to do this, look at it from another angle of, okay, if I do this, people will actually applaud me, Abby. Why can't I just do it? You are the one taking the credit, not even the person that brought it to your attention.
Yes.
That this needs to be done. So there was a time in Ebonyi State when Governor Egu was Sam Egu was the governor of that state. Sam Egu built roads, community roads. He went to the villages and built roads. When Elechi took over, Elechi started connecting the communities. He built bridges, small, maybe there's a community that you can't access if you don't cross river. He had to connect
the villages together.
He built bridges and connected the communities, built roads, connecting the different communities. So there is no disconnect. Now, why he came and took it to another level. Can we have
that kind of progressive?
You understand?
That's what
so you don't come and begin to cry every time.
Creating a new plan, start charting a new course every other time.
You understand?
Sometimes that kills time because before you're done charting your course and all of that, 1 year, 2 years gone. It's taking off.
So I also know that Akwa Ibom has had a 16 years master plan. I don't know, I can't remember, but they had during Atta, during Governor Atta. They had that master plan. When Akpabio came, he picked it up. That's why you can go to so many. Yes, that's why you can go to so many states and you see that there is a progression. So here, when you come and you meet, the last administration did it. They came and met some uncompleted projects and decided to leave them, even though they were the same party. So you had that disconnect. It wouldn't have given you the kind of progress and development that was needed. Had it been those things, it's even this administration that tried to complete some of those projects that were abandoned then. So if we can have this kind of systemic continuation of projects that have been initiated by an administration, you see that before time, Abia State will just be on the on the map where people expect it to be because it's not yet there.
Yeah, because definitely if you have a plan, you might not be able to finish up in one administration or even two. So you still need the next person coming. But here it's looking like there's a party tussle, because I heard that now the statement being put out is we are going to take Abia State in 2027.
That's the politicking I was talking about.
We're already, the governor has been threatened. 2027, we're going to take Abia. That's what we keep hearing.
All those things were also done to the previous governors. The sitting governor now was also on the other side.
Telling the other one, say, how we're going to take.
And he held the government accountable.
Yeah, he really did a good job.
So what is wrong with another person holding you accountable? I mean, that's why I'm saying that the governor should have shown that, yes, this is what is done.
Criticism is welcome.
If the deputy speaker is giving misinformation, correct him, give the correct picture of how things are, and then move on. We don't need to dwell. I think it's even the people that are dwelling on this whole thing, because if you ask me, there's nothing wrong in holding someone. Please, you said you were going to do this. You said you were doing this. Why is this thing still like this? Why haven't you finished it? There is nothing wrong in asking questions. The people I blame so much are those who will come at you and say, what did you do when you people were in power? Like, when you people, which people?
Which of the people?
Yeah, no, you people were which people? You understand? So,
obviously still party.
Politicking is just at its peak right now, if you ask me, in Abia State. So the governor should not also take it for granted that is one of those talks. They have started, and I just hope he's ready. Because I asked somebody the other day, I said, do you believe that there will not be any contest in 2027? You people that means you're not telling yourselves the truth. People will come to contest.
They will want to take the seat from you and obviously prove that they can do better.
And exactly. And some people don't also believe that the present administration is the best we can have. There are people.
Of course.
I mean, there's no state that is not blessed with intellectual
persons are actually thinking just the way the deputy speaker is thinking.
So just leave everybody. We have freedom of information, freedom of speech.
Yeah.
And so let people say their minds, and if there are places you need to work on, take corrections, go ahead and do that. If you need to give some explanations, do that. But then the better or the best explanation the government and the governor can give to the people of Abia State is to give them dividends of democracy. People want to see the work that is being done. Even those that are hailing them, that are hailing the governor, are also talking, behind. So people, I do a lot of interviews and I hear what people say, and I'm like, what's this? Where is this?
Why do we put out a different face?
You understand?
In front, and just later on you say something else at the back.
Yeah.
Anyways, I think that's for the Abia State government to, really look into and work on whatever it is that needs to be worked on. Because whether you like it or not, the people whose eyes were closed, their eyes are now open because they want to believe, so we can actually have much more than we're having thanks to Ben Kalu. And also Ben Kalu has been asked to also channel that energy to his constituents and fix the problems he's having in his own constituency.
Of course.
Because obviously they're also looking at you to also do more than you think you're doing.
Exactly,
Questions
because somebody said, what's the primary function of a legislator? We all know that it is lawmaking, but then the oversight, the constituency thing that is always raising, people say that as a number 6 citizen, he should not be talking when his area has not felt his impact so much. So that is also for him. He needs also to look inwards and see places areas where he's not doing well, because if you want to sell, you want to market something to the people really need to see your scorecard, from where you are, to be able to assess your perceived performance. I do not know if he is going to contest, but
it's looking like it. Everyone's speculating and saying that man has his eyes on the seat 2027. Maybe he is trying to market himself when he says their party is going to take over. Who knows?
There's nothing that is impossible in Nigeria. Experiences have taught us so we just cross our legs and watch.
And take what we get.
Yes, exactly.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chinwe, for coming on Political Hour. It's really been an insightful time with you, opening our eyes to some of the happenings around the polity, especially here in Abia State. It's been a great time. We hope to catch you again on another segment of Political Hour. And don't forget to like this video, share with your friends, subscribe to our channel, hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on another insightful episode. My name is Faith Kevin. Until next time, stay informed, stay connected.